Hey Spade Adventurers, and welcome back to another video on SpadeGalzProductions. I'm Master Spins, creator and owner of this channel with gamings and unboxings as we're doing today. And we have SpadeGalzOriginal, which has vlogs, script stories like Girl of Cyclones, Quincore, Floral Eye, you name it, it's good. And I hope that you enjoy all of that content. Well, there is a little bit of more Amiibo figure stuff that I could unbox. I'm still waiting to get a good price on those Amiibo. But one thing, I know it's been out for a while, both the figure and the Amiibo, but I figured I'd cover them, and since it's the same character type, I figured that I would cover it in this video as well. So, as you guys know, in Yoshi Woolly World, you have the Yarn Yoshis, which we saw Mega Yarn Yoshi. I unboxed the game, I believe, with 3DS as well. Light Blue Yoshi, Poochie. So we did those unboxings already. However, we did not actually, and I know that I don't have the green smaller one, but I figured since I have the Mega Yarn Yoshi, which was $50 from retail, that I didn't really need that one. And I wasn't planning on getting this one, but I did for Easter, which I know that was a long time ago. But I'm finally getting around to unboxing these two guys. So we got Pink Yarn Yoshi, and we have the Nintendo World of Nintendo Light Blue Yoshi, which the name is actually going to be changed, I believe, because that is what the amusement park is going to be called. So if you don't know, Yoshi was originally in Super Mario World as far as I can remember. However, for anybody who has looked, I believe it's in Mario Maker's Fun Facts, Yoshi was actually planned to be in the very first Mario game, being Mario Bros. And I know technically, you know, Mario's first game that was a part of the franchise being, well, Super Mario Bros. We got Yoshi with an egg and his little figure over here. But the problem is they weren't actually able to, they weren't actually able to do it because there was not enough, ow, hurt my pinky. There was not enough of, enough pixels and data to be able to actually include Yoshi, so they saved him for later. If you don't know, Yoshi is a companion character that you can ride on with Mario. Luigi's ridden on him, and Toads have ridden on him, being in New Super Mario Bros., which I have the poster up there, having Blue Toad and Yellow Yoshi. Yoshis can come in all different colors, such as green, white, yellow, red, black, orange, purple. There is a ton of colors, and of course light blue, if I didn't say so already, and regular blue. But there's also some other things about Yoshi. Yoshi has the flutter jump, which Luigi has actually mastered. So Luigi actually learned the flutter jump from Yoshi, I think that's how it was. And the other things you can do with Yoshi is if you need an extra jump, you can jump from Yoshi onto, you know, to get an extra boost, which is kind of sad. But then Yoshi can also eat everything. In New Super Mario Bros., you can eat fruit and you'll get a power-up. I'm not sure if that's the same in Mario World, but I want to say it is. He can also eat a ton of enemies, and probably enemies you wouldn't expect him to be able to eat. So let's look at the figure. So far, the first thing that I'm noticing is this is straight out of package. Not really done anything with him, and we already have marks on him, so not really that fun that happened. But, you know, that happens sometimes. But before we get into the actual figure, I want to look at the egg since it's a smaller thing. So it came with an egg the same color as Light Blue Yoshi. Well, actually a little more pale, which is very interesting. But it's still really cool because it's an accent that they didn't need to add. And as you guys know, when I did the Cat Mario unboxing, The reason I said that I wanted the figure was actually because the cat bell looked really, really cool. And having those accessories is really good and a really good idea for making your figures be sold, especially if the accessories look really good. It feels a bit light and it doesn't feel like it's made out of the same type of material as Yoshi, but at the same time, it's probably a little more hollow. It feels kind of like a ping pong ball, actually. Wouldn't recommend like moving around. However, you can see I can easily swallow this, so kids are definitely going to have to be very careful with this egg. Now, one thing I've noticed with the Inkling as well as Cat Mario is a lot of the limbs are very small and they feel very loose. One thing about this figure so far is it seems like a lot of the joints, once you move them a bit, they're good. But it feels like they are thick enough to where that shouldn't really be much of an issue. And he's not very poseable, but you can definitely put him in some nice poses. I believe, yep, his head is also turnable as well. If we look on here, I do notice some indents by the eyes, which is kind of weird. But all in all, it is a nice looking figure. If you really would like the accessory, I would recommend it because that is a cool thing. But with World of Nintendo, I will say, do be very careful because these are super fragile, super breakable. And even though they are technically action figures, I've had action figures before from a different line, and those were way more sturdy than this. So you're going to want to be very, very careful with them because even though it's meant to be played with, it is also a very fragile thing. It's also not meant to be eaten. Just saying. Not that I've done that or you guys would. Just saying. Be careful. But we've got ourselves Pink Yarn Yoshi, which is amazing. Pink Yarn Yoshi, I want to say is it Pink Yarn Yoshi? No, it's actually Red Yoshi. I believe that's the second player in Yoshi's Woolly World. However, what the Amiibo does for Woolly World is if you go into the game, you can use the Pink Yarn Yoshi costume on your Yoshi, or you can save a specific costume that you've unlocked, so you can just tap the Amiibo and boom, you are then that Yoshi. You can also create your own Yoshis inside of Yoshi Woolly World 3DS, which is how Karavitch Yoshi is a thing, as well as some of the other Yoshis, and I'd love to continue to create some other Yoshis. If you do want to see that, I do have it on Miiverse, and if you're wondering where Karavitch is from, he is from the Girl of Cyclone series, which is on SGL, so make sure to check that out. It is a script story. Unfortunately, I don't really know anything specific about the colors of Yoshi, but I will say that it is really cool that they did do Yoshi variants, and it makes a lot of sense considering that they could have just done like different poses or, you know, different figures. So I'm glad that they did different colors and they made the Mega Yarn Yoshi. Like the other Yoshis, this is from the plush, like Gen 1, and I don't know if they will ever do any more plush Amiibo, but most likely I'd say it's probably going to be either, again, Yoshi or maybe Kirby. But if you're wondering, the little reader is on the bottom, just like with like the NES Amiibo or any other Amiibo, it has an NFC reader there. I don't think there's any foil, but I think it might be a little too... Nope, there is foil in there. Don't forget, you cannot just not unbox the Amiibo. There are ways to get that foil out and put the box back together and look like you've never opened it and still use it. but it's probably more worth it to just open it and use it, because, I mean, sure, you can sell it later, but if you're going to use it, you might as well just unbox it and display it and stuff. But so far, the plush, I should say, it looks very good. It looks like all of the others. I don't see any problems with it. The legs are a bit stiff. The arms are a bit stubby, but that makes it cute, and it works with the style, so I think it works. But anyway, that is it for this episode. If you guys like, make sure to leave a thumbs up, share it with your mother, your brother, your sister, father, and your iguana. If I missed any Yoshi facts that you guys know, tell me in the comments below so that I know. If you know any facts about, why they specifically chose Light Blue Yoshi or whatever, let me know that as well. And if you have any stories with Yoshi, go ahead and tell me anyway. Why not? We've also got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. You want any updates, go to my Twitter. But that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go put my Amiibo onto the stand, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye!